A typical kitchen steak knife. And at this time, this is the only weapon we recovered. So as part of the investigation, we'll determine if this was the weapon that was used to harm all the victims. At this time, I'll take any questions.
Can you talk to us about the one who attacked the two cops? Does he have a history with the department? Is he known to the department?
Yes, I'm going to let the Chief of Detectives, Joe Kinney, take that question.
Yes, at this point, the perpetrator has been identified as a Mr. Courtney Gordon. He's a male, 38 years old. He has one prior arrest, and that was for a strangulation domestic violence incident that took place in the Bronx. All right, he has nothing, any history or any contact with the police that bring us back to this location on Beach 22 Street. It seems he's a Bronx resident that was visiting family members at this location.
Do you know what triggered this rampage?
At this point, no, we do not. We do have the 911 caller is back at the 101 Station House being interviewed. They may be able to shed some light on what occurred, but at this point, it's still the investigation is ongoing.
Do you have any ages or names on the family members?
We're not going to be releasing the names based on, we still have to make some notifications, but we have a male 12-year-old, a female 44-year-old, and a male in his 30s were found inside two back bedrooms of the location. You have the female 11-year-old was found in front of the location, transported to Cohen's Children's Hospital, where unfortunately she passed away. We have a female 61-year-old who is currently at Mount Sinai Hospital in likely condition, suffering from multiple stab wounds.
Dean, can you talk about the fire? What was used to create the fire?
It seems that he lit the couch at the front of the location on fire as he was leaving.
So it's all family?
At this point, like I said, we're still going through. We're still vetting and confirming identifications, but it seems to all be family relations.
I'll take last question.
So you mentioned one still likely. So are there 3 family members dead? The stabber is another family member who's dead, and there's one more in critical condition?
You have one more in critical condition. You have 4 DOA, 1 in critical condition. You have the stabber, the perpetrator, is dead as well.
Did he say anything to the police officers when you said there was a short exchange?
Yes.
Yes.
In the driveway?
Yes. When the officers arrived to the location, they observed the male walking out with luggage. And the officers, they engaged him in basically a casual conversation. Hey, did you hear anything? Do you know what's going on? And the male kind of nodded, and then he drew a knife from off his person, and he immediately attacked both officers, slashing the first officer in the neck and the second officer in the head.
How are they doing?
They're doing all right. I mean, again, Dr. Defoe provided excellent care. Our department surgeon, Dr. Kleiman, is here. He's saying that they will walk out of here, that they'll be okay. But listen, these are 2, experienced police officers, a 28-year veteran, a 16-year veteran, working a midnight shift in the Rockaways. I really have to commend them. They did an excellent job. They could easily let this person walk past them with his luggage. Instead, they stopped, asked a couple of questions, tried to gain some intel before they walked right up in there. Unfortunately, they were met with the perpetrator in this incident, and he went right at him.
All right, before we close down, we're going to hear from PBA President.
We're truly thankful that our police officers are going to be okay because of the medical staff, the entire staff here at Jamaica Hospital. This shows that police officers never know what they're responding to, what's awaiting for them on that scene. This scene was chaos, multiple victims, a house on fire, and a madman on a rampage, on a mission. And thankful that these police officers showed up. Imagine what could have happened if these police officers weren't there. This madman tried to kill, after he killed others, a New York City police officer. The skill that this police officer had, shooting and stopping the threat after he was being stabbed. Unbelievable skill. I know both these police officers personally. An unbelievable job. True professionals. Just great men who were doing their job. And again, thank God they were there. Those who say that police officers shouldn't be out on our street, I say to them, thank God that these police officers responded. How many more victims could there have been if these skilled, professional police officers did not show up to this scene?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your time and attention. Thank you.
You have been listening to an NYPD press conference at Jamaica Hospital after a suspect, now identified as 38-year-old Courtney Gordon, 5'10", this morning, stabbed 4 members of his family, ages 11 years old, 12, 44, 30 years old. 2 police officers responded to that scene this morning. They were also slashed by that suspect before police pulled out a gun and shot the suspect dead. There is one victim, 61 years old, who is still fighting to survive after she was also slashed. That suspect also setting the house on fire. Just a huge family tragedy.
That's right. And it was a couch set on fire, blocking police from getting inside. The suspect apparently had a suitcase with him when they stopped him, approached him, and then that's when he started stabbing those 2 officers. The 28-year veteran is the one that shot and killed Courtney Gordon, 38 years old, of the Bronx. And stay with Eyewitness.